using plants in daily life isn't something that was just discovered recently. It's not a new fad. It's not something that just came along. Oils have been used, plants have been used throughout the centuries. Since the beginning of time, we've been using plants, we've been using oils, we've been using plants as food, as medicine, in many different ways, incorporated throughout the day, throughout time. And so we're going to be talking a little bit about that. So in the beginning, according to the Judeo-Christian scriptures in Genesis, in the Garden of Eden was where plants were first mentioned. And that was the beginning. That was where man first learned to use them for health and for healing. So in Genesis 1:29, God said, "Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food." In the Garden of Eden, on either side of the river, grew the tree of life. The leaves of the tree served as medicine for the nations. And that's at the end of the Bible in Revelation. So man's first medicine, used as far back, recorded as far back as 3000 BC. But clearly, plants were used all the way back to the beginning of time. So we see documentation of plants being used in the embalming processes. They were used in King Tut's tomb. The Egyptians used plants when dedicating the temples. There are recipes actually recorded on the walls of the tombs and in the Egyptian writings in hieroglyphics regarding using plants as medicine. Some spices such as cumin, fenugreek, coriander were used as medicine in their culture. Ancient oils and modern uses. Oils or plants that produce them are mentioned over and over again. 36 of the 39 books of the Old Testament mention plants or oils. 10 of the 27 books of the New Testament do. One of the first references is also Genesis 37:25. Their camels were laden with gum, balm, and myrrh to be taken down to Egypt. Myrrh is actually mentioned more than any other oil in the Bible, which is really fascinating because everybody thinks of frankincense and not everybody thinks of myrrh. In fact, a lot of people don't know what myrrh is used for. So, but we'll talk about that. Don't worry. And again, in Ezekiel, along the banks of the river, fruit trees of every kind shall grow. Their fruit shall serve for food and their leaves for medicine. When frankincense is burned, when it's not as an oil, but when they're using it as a powder, it symbolizes prayer rising to the heavens like a smoke. So in Psalm 45:8, all your robes are fragrant with myrrh. Aloes and cassia from palaces adorned with ivory, the music of the strings make you glad. Aloe, when they say aloe, they actually mean sandalwood in ancient scriptures, okay? So aloe is listed along with other spices, including myrrh and cassia. In the Song of Solomon, saffron, calamus, and cinnamon, with all the trees of frankincense and myrrh and sandalwood, were used as chief spices. Forgive, I just moved in the wrong direction. And in John chapter 19, Nicodemus brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 75 pounds, for the anointing of Jesus's body. To anoint is an ancient term. Anoint occurs 156 times in the Bible. Anytime a priest was anointed, the use of aromatic holy oils was always implied. It was always used. It was a part of the ritual. Anointing was used as an act of hospitality. If someone came to visit you, you would maybe anoint their feet with oil because maybe their feet would be very, very tired from walking so long in sandals. Or maybe you would anoint their forehead or anoint their hands. Maybe they're, just because it's something very soothing. Okay. In Exodus 30, the Lord gave Moses the recipe for the anointing oil, which consisted of myrrh, cinnamon, cane, cassia, and olive oil. Cane in this reference refers to something similar to lemongrass. Lemongrass actually is not mentioned in the Bible because it doesn't really grow in that part of the world. But lemongrass is very antimicrobial. It really kills germs and small microbes, as well as being very calming and very soothing. So in ancient time, people used oils for anointing and embalming. Today, for healthcare, skincare, and for their antioxidant abilities. So 33 species of essential oils or aromatic plants are mentioned in the ancient writings. 188 make reference to essential oils such as cassia, cedarwood, cinnamon, cypress, frankincense, juniper. Lavender is not actually in the Bible, but it was used around that time in other cultures. Mint, myrrh, rosemary, sandalwood, and spikenard are all mentioned. So other oils in the Bible here, we have bay laurel, we have calamus, which was the cane, cedarwood, coriander, cypress, definitely, dill, fir, as in fir trees, right? Hyssop, juniper, mustard seed, myrtle, pine, rose of Isaiah, rose of Sharon, rue,